We're gonna take a step back, look at our creation from a distance, and then we'll test it out once more time just to make sure it still works properly. Ahoy, salty dogs! Lenscap here, and today we're playing StarMade on the Star Squadron server. Welcome back to the server, guys! This is episode number 5 or 6 or something. It's whatever episode this is. I've got some stuff to show you, but for now, let's see. We need to find Garth's discount repairs. I need to buy some really cheap materials that he probably has a plethora of. And we spend a lot of time at Garth's shop, don't we? We should hang out with Garth sometime soon. Anyway, I need some rock for our project today. We're just gonna get some rocks from here. So, oh man, and this happens again every time I try and fly out here. His station jumps and teleports and stuff, and I don't know why that is. I think it's because it's in the rotational ring of the planet or something. I don't know exactly. Rock on. We're just gonna buy like 5,000 of these. He doesn't care. They're free for us, so thanks, Garth. Let's go back to the planet. Guys, I finally set up a thing on my plate so I can find it easily. Like, some people have these beacons and stuff. Let me show you what I've done. This is such a great idea, and we're gonna work on this a little bit today as well. Let's see, where are we? The hardest part is when the plates aren't loaded in. Sometimes I gotta fly around until we find our beacon, but it's gonna be a little bit easier to find it. I think this is us. Yes, look, there's my ship. So this specifically is what we're working on today. So what I've done, basically, I made a big tower up from the top of the mountain and put one single rail docker, and then deleted the tower. And docked my ship to it. But this is what we're working on here. Let's make sure we're not falling towards the planet. Okay, we're not. We're outside of the planet's gravity, so we're just barely high enough that the gravity doesn't pull us down, which is exactly where we want to be. So what we're going to do today... Where are my antennas? Okay, they're there. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a way to get easily from the surface of the planet to the docking platform up here in low atmosphere, low orbit. Because currently I don't really have a way to get into my mining ship. I have to fly up here with my space bike and leave it sitting in orbit and then kind of float over there. And I don't want to do that. I want a much more convenient way to get over here. So we're going to kind of park the space bike, like nearby-ish here. We're going to fly down. Now we need to undock for just a moment while we build on this. And I believe I have the parts on me to do what I want to do. So we can probably do all this in one fell swoop. Let's orient ourselves. We don't necessarily need to be in gravity, but we do... need to be oriented to the ship. And number 7 is the one we're docked with. Let's undock and move over slightly. And now, are we falling toward the planet? I just want to make sure. We're not. But what? But the planet... I think we're good, actually. We're not moving. And I just needed a little bit of space so we can build our docking ring around this, and then we can dock back. Okay, I think that's going to work just fine for us. Let's go ahead and fly back out of here. Now, where's that space bike? Should be right here. 22 meters into the blaring blue. Okay, now wait a second. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, there we go. So we are just barely in atmosphere in that thing, which is cool. That's cool. That's exactly what we want. Now we're gonna dock the space bike back on the surface. Let's fix ourselves in the gravity of the planet. There we go. And time for build mode. So we're going to build basically a gravity elevator that takes us up here. But to do that, before we do that, I want to make sure that we have a convenient and consistent dock for our... Hey, some guy joined. Yo, man. We want a convenient and consistent way to dock all of our ships. So what I'm gonna... My idea for that... Well, you'll see. We're gonna build it today. My idea for this, though, I think we're gonna do a floating island similar to one of these. We're going to do a floating island that has like a gravity elevator in the middle of it. And then I was thinking we do something kind of like... obviously, we're going to have docks... Oh, he left. Fine, I didn't want to talk to you either, some guy. We're going to have USDs on either side, and... I totally lost my train of thought there. We're going to have USDs on either side of it. And then I think we're going to have like one big docking, like kind of like a platform on the island as well. Okay, so we got a pretty good shape going for this island. Basically right now I'm just kind of fleshing out. I did it all in symmetry mode kind of to save a little bit of time if possible. And I think that worked okay. Right now I'm just cleaning up a little bit. We're going to start putting grass on it. I've got a little bit of grass kind of on this like lawn area. But we're going to fill it up with grass. Oh, and some of these little streamer things kind of went through our tunnels. So I need to remove all this too. Let's go ahead and take this stuff out actually, because we definitely don't want it in our kind of like final design there. So we've got these tunnels that you can dock to. This is going to be an elevator that comes all the way up from the ground. And that's a pretty good spot for it. I'm definitely happy where the elevator ended up. It kind of extends down through the bottom of the island. The shape of the island is cool too. Let's go ahead and we're just going to add some grass on it so that it looks like a floating island instead of like just like a big rock. Sitting out here. And I'm not going to put grass everywhere, but I am going to put a lot of grass. You know, we want it to look like it's part of the terrain, you know, like we found this really cool floating thing, and we decided that this would be a good place for us to dock our ships, which is kind of what happened, except it's, you know, except I created the island, so... So we're going to cover this with grass. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to do today, so I don't want to spend too much time building on camera, but I wanted to give a progress update. We'll do one more probably once we've got the grass down. We'll build that platform I was talking about, and then we'll probably start on the elevator. So here it is. Looks like a floating island. I want to put some plants and flowers and stuff on it. I only have the one flower right now, though, so, okay, well, we'll put this one on it, I guess. I've definitely got some more plants somewhere. I'm going to have to find them. I think we're going to make it feel kind of like a park. So we're going to put, like a path, maybe a sand path here. I was going to put like a big circular docking platform, maybe here. But I think we're going to I don't think we're going to do that, actually. I really like the way it looks, and I think the idea of having a park way up in the air like this is a much cooler idea. So we're going to do that instead. The next thing we want to work on is, let's see... We need to work on the space elevator. So we're basically just going to make a gravity elevator that goes all the way from the surface down there, up this tube, and into here. So we're going to start work on that next. And that's what we're going to do. So we've there's a little bit of I've got a cool idea for the way I want to do this elevator, kind of design it and decorate it. So we're gonna do that too. But let me collect my thoughts, get some materials together, because we're gonna need a couple of things that I don't have for this elevator, and then we'll get started. All right, progress update time. So we've got the island. I've got a gravity elevator at least started on. Let's head over here and we'll check it out. It works sometimes. Here's a gravity block here. It basically is upside down, so it'll launch us upward. We're going to have to do a little bit of clearing, and we're probably going to have to put this platform higher. Maybe it'll probably end up being like on this level, and we'll flatten this out or something to get the space we need. But if we activate this, then this is cool. It shoots us right up through the tree. We're gonna have to figure out something there, and then right back down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not entirely. I haven't quite decided on why that is. I think it has to do with. There we go. It seems to work every other time, so it has to do with the way I've got the activator, whatever they're called, the area indicators wired into this door. So we're going to have to mess with that a little bit and clean it up. But now we can get up here, so that's good. I can finally get into my ship and take off if I need to. I wasn't able to do that before. I added this path and these floating lights. I think they look cool. Kind of give some ambiance or what have you. The little pathway is neat as well. Got some flowers and grass and stuff all over the place. And it is all over the place. I've got it up here and back here. I was thinking it might be cool to have a tree up here too, since we've got that whole tree thing going on. Maybe we have a tree that kind of extends over this way a little bit. So we're going to do that. Alright, so let's get back to this gravity elevator. For now, the way you get down is just by opening that and falling and trying to close it behind you on your way back. We're definitely going to have to clean that up a little bit. So the logic works behind what I'm trying to do, but it doesn't seem to do what I want it to do, and I think I understand why. What I've got here, and this works. This all works. It runs exactly the way I want it to. Here, look, we can prove it. Let's hop back into build mode. Basically, the way this works is you stand on the platform. If you are here for 3 seconds... so if you walk across the platform, then nothing happens. If you stand on the platform for a total of 3 seconds, then it inverts gravity and shoots you upwards. That was the idea. That's what we wanted. That way, if we decide we want to activate the elevator, we just come stand here and just stand there. I wanted a way to do this without having to hit buttons, basically. I wanted it automatic. But I also wanted to be able to walk across the platform and not trigger the gravity, you know, if I do it on accident or whatever. I thought it would be a cool feature. So what we've got, the logic is sound behind this, and it seems to work. Let's go ahead and plop down. Here's what we want to do. This activation module, and I'll explain the logic in a second, but we want to test it first. So this activation module we have selected turns on our gravity. So we're going to put another activation module there so that when the gravity module activates, that one's going to turn on and then turn back off. That's the idea. So we're going to stand here. See, it turned on and off. So gravity, in theory, should have switched then during that pulse. So here's the logic. And I think I understand what's going on and why it doesn't work, but I'm really mad about it. So here's what we got. So when you stand there, it activates this activation module. This activates a delay chain that lasts for 3 seconds. That's 6 delays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this final delay and this activator, that's what this and does, if both of these are on, then that turns on this activator, which that one, in theory, activates this gravity module, and then starts a clock to deactivate both of these activators. Now, I don't know that actually, if we're not actively standing on this, then I don't know that that's necessary, but we still will need to deactivate that block. Maybe that's our problem. Let's try that. Let's try this one more time and just test this. No, didn't work. So here's what I think is happening. And I could be wrong. But we could test this theory as well, I guess. So this activator activates the gravity module, and it does, is my thought. But because we, as the player, did not trigger this activation module directly, the gravity change does not affect us. That's my theory. Let's test it. An easy way to test this is to just bypass the whole system. First, let's turn this off. It looks like we are going to need this to turn off this after all. But anyway, let's turn this off. We're going to take this and use this to activate the gravity module. Now, if it works now, then the area effect trigger is going to let us change gravity. So let's try it. It worked. It worked immediately. See how we flipped upside down when we landed on it? So that worked. So that's got to be it. It's got to be that we can't indirectly trigger the gravity block. Darn it, man. That was a really cool idea. That was going to be so awesome. Oh, man. Okay. So I guess back to the drawing board on this one, and we'll have to figure out another way to make this work. Or if you have any ideas to make this work in the comments, let me know. I'm not the best logic guy, so it probably took me a little while to figure this out, but if you have any ideas for me on how to make this function the way I want it to, let me know in the comments. For now, we're just going to put a gravity module. We'll just put a gravity module right here. I'm going to leave the logic intact. And we'll just have to manually activate that one for now. And then, okay, so now we need to get started on the receiving end. So I'm going to work on that a little bit, and then we will be right back. Okay, so now all the logic should be working, except for this part. We're going to have to mess with that and figure that out. Let's hit this gravity and see what happens. We'll make sure we don't miss. We're going to work on that in a second. Yes? Yes? Yes! Haha! It worked just fine. Perfect. So now we're up here, and the elevator worked. It let us through. Everything was great. Now if we hit this, we should just fall back down. That'll close. It did. And we'll land on this. Here's why we wanted that delay, though, right? So I wanted the activator. This kind of ties into what I was talking about before, where we wanted to be able to walk across it, not activate it, right? What happens when we land? We don't want to land and immediately be shot back up. So we want to be able to land and then have 3 seconds to walk off of it before it shoots us back upwards, right? So that's what we want to do. This episode is getting a little bit long, but I had one more design thing that I wanted to do with this gravity elevator. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll finish the episode. Alright, she's cool. Okay, hold on. Let's get back into the proper gravity. For some reason, it doesn't like gravity sometimes. Okay, there we go. We're gonna take a step back, look at our creation from a distance, and then we will we'll test it out once more time just to make sure it still works properly. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? Okay, very cool. And there's these like sending rings at the bottom, and then there's receiving ones at the top, and they spin, and it looks awesome. Okay, I love this. I love this. From far away, it looks really cool too. We'll have to hop in a ship or something, or build block or something, and check it out from far away as well. So let's hop up on this platform. Activate this gravity. Oh man, it's cool. Even like traveling up the elevator is a cool experience because of those rings. Okay, awesome. So it works going up. Oh, there's a little piece of logic showing there. We may have to do something about that. I should be able to fix that. I just don't want visible logic lines. Anyway, let's hop down as well. Oh, neat. It's neat. It's neat. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna have to do something about the tree there too. We may just have a hole in the tree as it goes through that, but that'll be fine. Let's hop in the build block and take a look at it from kind of far away because it looks cool from a distance. We don't want the ship to unload though, so check it out. There's our screenshot for this episode too. Here, let's do it from here. We're gonna do it like this. Boom, there's our screenshot. Tab G to turn off the interface, and screenshot. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the episode, make sure you leave a like. If you really liked it, stay tuned to my channel, subscribe and whatnot, and we'll see you in the next one, guys.